I'm Wyatt Watson with Frontstretch.com here with Conor Daly. Conor, when did you get the call to come and replace Jack Harvey with his injury?
Well, Dale had called me on Friday just because Jack was really struggling with pain, and so I was going to be here, and I was going to be here actually anyway. But I got here earlier. Thankfully, Roger Penske actually let me get on his plane early on Saturday morning to get over here just to be ready. So yeah, I hated to see what happened yesterday. Obviously, I know rules are rules. It's not IndyCar's fault that Jack had to drive. It's just I didn't get to do any laps, which is a shame because I do think there might have been some wiggle room there to be hey, he probably couldn't have made the whole race no matter what anyway. So it is what it is though. He got in, got some laps in, but yeah, now we're going to go and race today and hopefully give the team the best chance we can.
I know you just competed in the Indy 500. You think that maybe in a special case that there should be maybe an exception to the rule in this case, or do you think it is good to take that safety precaution to get laps on Iowa?
Well, I obviously know this track pretty well. Obviously, it's a new pavement, but even me, I would have to start at the back anyway. So that first 20 laps probably would have just been my practice anyway. And I've usually been pretty smart about the way I race. So it is what it is, though. You have to follow the rules. I totally understand. If people were going after IndyCar, it's not their fault. Jack still chose to race for sure because you got to get team points, and there would have been no one else that could get in because if they had to do laps, then there would have been no one else. So it is what it is. It's a sucky situation overall because I feel bad for Jack. He's in a lot of pain, but also this team this is a racing team. They need to go racing as well. So that's what I'm here to do.
Let's talk about the new asphalt as well here at Iowa. What do you expect out of that? And also the new hybrid system. You've never raced with the new hybrid system, and oval so short. Do you think it's going to make any difference?
Obviously last night's race was not great. There's no doubt about that. So I don't know. I think this year is going to be a learning year for sure on how we can maybe improve it next year. It is a shame the way it is now, but I have no idea what to say about the hybrid system because I've never driven it at all. So we'll see tonight or today, I guess, and then we'll go from there. But hopefully today's race is good. Maybe with the heat, more tire wear. Who knows? We'll see.
Finally, do you think the conversation should start to talk about repaving the whole track?
Oh, they just repaved it, so financially, I doubt that would be
the rest of the track.
Well, the rest of the track wouldn't matter. The corners are the only thing that's going to control the racing. So they've kind of made their bed for now, and maybe there is something that can be done differently as we all kind of look at it. But I always agree. They put on a great race here. They put on a great event. So there's definitely the track did have to be repaved at some point because yes, it was a great race, but there were bumps, there were holes in the track, there were things that you needed to fix. So. It just is what it is. Sometimes you just got to figure things out as they happen now.
Thanks for your time, Conor.
Thank you.
Connor, how was the car after your 15-minute refresher there?
There's a lot to catch up on, and kind of the hybrid system is obviously new, so kind of working on, using a button very often. It's not something I've done at an oval before, so that's cool. Nice system there, worked well. But yeah, honestly, it's hard to be a race behind and a lot behind. But we're this team's done a great job. The car was fine going out. I think we, for me, we're just gonna need to learn as we go in the race. It's definitely gonna be a tough one. Physically, I can tell there's a lot of load this year compared to previous years. So definitely gonna be a challenging one in the heat. But yeah, cool to just get in and hate that it's the situation that it is. You're a step back all the time, but and you hate to see that for Jack. But I'm here to do the job for Dale Coyne Racing and Honda.
What was the steps that got you actually to Iowa Speedway from Indianapolis on such short notice?
Well, Dale called me on Friday night because he's just hey, if Jack is still feeling as bad as he is, we might need someone. So I then called Doug, and then Doug asked Roger if he had a seat on his plane. And so thankfully Roger Penske was kind enough to let me sit on his plane on Saturday morning to get over here. So was just kind of, there's no planning. It's just be here if you're necessary and, help out if I can. So that's what I was trying to do.
You obviously have had time to speak to Jack a little bit. Has he told you anything about, how the car was in practice, anything else like that? You able to take that into the race?
Jack helps for sure. Jack's he gives me everything he can for sure, and the team has been super helpful as well. You know, they obviously want it to be as good of a chance as possible. But yeah, it's still going to be a battle, and we'll see what happens.
I'm Caleb Barnes with Frontstretch.com. Come back soon for more great racing videos, and if you like us, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.